Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Casual Anime Guys. My name's Trent.
Richie Man 27 boys.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, we're bringing back another installment of Casual Anime Discussion. This time, we're talking about Naruto, the entire series of Naruto. So before you watch this video, be sure to pause this video, go watch Naruto, come back, watch this video. Holy crap, you got through all that already! Welcome back.
Well, we really hate going to the bottom of the barrel for these, aren't we? Let's
What do
just
you
do the
mean?
entire Naruto.
Well, I mean, you want to do Shippuden. I'm like, well, I feel like we should do Naruto first, and then we'll do Shippuden. But yeah, yeah, we're doing Naruto. I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything before we start. Also, Riddle. You know what they call the ninja way in this? How it's called Nindo, right? What happens when you
Yeah.
have 10 ninja ways? Nintendo. My Nintendo way. I've had that joke in my head for a week, and I just wanted to say it. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, there's gonna be spoilers for the entire Naruto series, so yeah, whatever. Anyway, yeah, we're doing Naruto. This is your pick technically because you want to do Shippuden, but we're gonna do that after my next pick. But yeah, we're doing Naruto, and man, the first time that I watched Naruto was on Adult Swim, and it was that scene where Zabuza had the kunai in his knife, and he's like slashing through all those people and kills Gato. That was the first scene I ever watched. And I was like, "Holy shit, this show's awesome!" What's it called? It's called Naruto. It was the second anime I ever watched, and then eventually I started weekly like watching it and stuff like that, all the way up until I think after the tuning exams, and then after that, then years later it's on Naruto, and I watched the entire series, and or I had watched Naruto.com too that I used to watch, and then I realized there were like filler seasons. I'm like, holy shit, there's more Naruto because like they're getting ready for Shippuden and everything. But yeah, and then I watched those and I had fun with those too. But yeah, I really like Naruto. This is my favorite anime of all time. It's number one on my top 10 list. I think it's funny. I think the action's cool. I like most of the characters. Maybe like 66 and 2/3% of them. And yeah, I just think it's a good show. It has moment. I love the music. The music is great in this. And yeah, so yeah. Garrett, what do you think about Naruto?
Well, the first episode I watched was the episode where I think someone was asking. He's like, "Oh, well, I want this." And
Oh,
so
Jiraiya.
Naruto brings him. Yeah, so Naruto brings him like
Yeah,
two watermelons
watermelon.
together. That's the first episode I actually watched. So that's kind of funny.
That's interesting. I
But
never knew that.
yeah, I don't. It was just randomly on Cartoon Network, or I forget where it was. But yep, I don't know why I decided to rewatch the whole series. Just I don't know why I started, but then obviously I like progression animes. I say that all the time. I like
Mm.
where the character gets more and more powers, and that's like this is like the best one where they do it. Obviously, the best way to sum up Naruto for me is just like the Rock Lee versus Gaara fight. It's like
Mm.
that's pretty much like what I love in the show. Is just fights like that. I don't find it as funny as you do. I think maybe I find some things funny, but I just like all the characters. I love all the cool like ninjutsus and all that jazz.
Yeah.
I, I
One
don't like
thing.
Sakura.
Yeah, Sakura is. Yeah, everyone I've ever asked is not like Sakura. She has like. Yeah, whatever. Anyway,
I think she's pretty.
I mean, she's pretty, but she's pretty fucking annoying too. Um, One thing for the YouTube audience is that for some reason Garrett's aspect ratio is all messed up. I don't know why I did that this time on Discord. I don't know if it's something on your end or something on mine. I don't know. I don't know if Discord's just being stupid again. Anyway,
It's because I'm a white.
cis
They just
male.
give the white guy smaller screens for Black History Month.
Yeah, I guess it's still Black History Month. Because the other 11 months are White History Month. No. Anyway, yeah. So, this is gonna be a little different from our other ones because, well, I rewatched Naruto like how many times? Like the entire series. The last time I rewatched it because I said I was gonna get ready for Shippuden, which technically I am, I guess. Um, but like I watched from episode one. I watched all the filler seasons and stuff like that, and but I've rewatched it like a bunch of times, and then there's sometimes where I'll go to random episodes, random scenes, and I'll just rewatch them again because I like it. I'm just like, oh, this is interesting. I like that. Like I said last time, like the scene where Rock Lee shows up for Sasuke and Gaara's fight, and his reaction to it, like, oh, Naruto beat Neji, who was my rival, and now Sasuke is going up against Gaara, who I wasn't able to defeat, like, you know, and it makes him frustrated and everything. Like, I just like random scenes like that, and then the music's so good, like the sad music's so good, and the action, like, there's so many good themes in this, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. So for this one, we didn't like rewatch the entire series in 2 weeks. We're just kind of like, because we both know it pretty well, to where we're just like, we don't need to rewatch the entire series, or doing like 20 episodes here and there, because I don't think I could have ever done that, because I would have been like, oh, I remember in this like episode in the future. But yeah, okay, so I can
well, I guess we should say that I have watched Shippuden and you haven't.
yeah.
So I know you know stuff about Shippuden, but this is gonna be your first time actually watching each episode.
Kind of sucks, because it's like the stuff with Itachi, like I kind of wish I didn't know that. It's like, fuck you, Devin, you shouldn't have told me.
Also another thing is I wonder if you'll be the same way as I was. Like, I used to like Naruto a lot better, and then I watched Shippuden and I couldn't almost go back again, because it's like, as I said, I liked the progression. It's like, and once they already had these abilities, I couldn't go back to just basic Rasengan, Naruto, everything. You know what I mean? So I wonder if you look at Naruto differently once you watch Shippuden.
I've watched the Shippuden movies, and I like the Shippuden movies, so you know, we'll see what happens.
I think the show's better, but
yeah, obviously, yeah, it's probably better. But anyway, yeah. So favorite characters. Rock Lee was amazing. I mean, I think he
was he your favorite character?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. What?
You're like, he might be my favorite character. I'm like, is he your favorite character?
Yeah, it's either him or Kakashi. Kakashi has a lot of badass scenes, and like he's just so cool. And Rock Lee, I just like, yeah, he's great. I also like Kabuto. He's great.
Is he your favorite villain? Not Kabuto. Wait. Not Kabuto, is it?
Kabuto. No.
Is he the guy with the glasses, right?
Yeah, Kabuto.
Okay, that's what I thought. I don't know why I understand.
I like Kabuto a lot. I like Dosu. If you remember who Dosu is, he was one of the Sound Ninja. The three that were in the preliminary rounds. The one with the arm thing. I really like him a lot. You know, I don't know why. I think because like his like I like the Sound Ninjas. Like that's pretty cool, and like I liked him. Too bad he died, but I liked.
Too bad he died.
Yeah, Zabuza was good. Orochimaru is a good villain, I think. He's played by Jason Blum, who does same guy who does Zabuza and stuff like that. So I think he's a fine villain. And I also like Tamari. She's probably my favorite female. And then Itachi's really dope too. Like he's very menacing. That first episode where him and Kakashi are going off, and he has that it's like, oh, now you have like 71 hours and 59 minutes, and then like start stabbing him. Like that scene's like insane. And then finally the Sound
I just
Ninja
rewatched
5
that yesterday.
Really? Yeah, it's pretty insane. And then I like the Sound Ninja 5. I think they're pretty cool. What about you?
So it seems like you like all the bad guys of the show.
I have yeah, basically. I like bad guys.
Rock Lee is my favorite too, and I actually like Mike Guy a lot too. I think those two are definitely funny. Like they can almost just make the whole show about Rock Lee and his team, because I like Neji a lot, and I like Ten. Is that her name?
11.
Yeah, 11. 10. But I like those characters a lot, and I like their team a lot, and I like Mike Guy is funny, but he's also one of the strongest, because remember in that fight where he's against Itachi, he could fight him because he could fight looking at his feet.
Yeah.
Like, I just like those characters a lot. I like the tuning exams. The tuning exam is like some of the best. I remember when I watched it the first time, I couldn't stop watching those parts, and I was like, all those characters in there. Sound Ninja were good too. I like how they died, but I definitely love the scene where the Lord Third versus Orochimaru. I think those are that. I like those two
Oh, the third
characters a lot.
Hokage versus Orochimaru. Yeah, that's pretty good. One of the reasons why I like Orochimaru is like, I mean, there's probably an explanation in a Shippuden or something, but like, there's no kind of like an explanation for like he has like that scene where like he rips off his face and it's like a woman underneath. Like it's insane. It's like crazy. It's like this guy's able to take people's faces and shit. There's kind of like no explanation for what he is, but there's probably one Shippuden or whatever. But yeah, like he's I think he's a pretty cool bad guy. I don't think he's my favorite. I think Kabuto and like the Sound Ninja are pretty cool, but yeah, he's pretty good. Favorite.
Do you like the bug user?
Shino?
Yeah.
He's
Do you like
fine.
Shino?
He's fine. I don't like bugs, so like that might be part of the reason, but like he's fine. Like, it's kind of funny because like they got a new voice actor for him because the first time you see him, he's like, "Wouldn't want you stepping on him." Like it's such a stupid voice. Then later it's like, "Wouldn't want you stepping on him." Like it's kind of funny, like the difference in voices. But
I didn't know that.
yeah, it's pretty funny how deep his voice was. Anyway, favorite fight. I've said this like time and time again, and I'm sure you agree with me. Rock Lee versus Gaara is the best fight, not only in Naruto, but like in all of anime because of how it's set up, and just how like it all in the characters involved. Like it's set up that Gaara has never been touched before, right? He's never been touched, right? He's never been injured on a mission or anything like that, and you're like, wow, this guy can't touch it. Maybe Sasuke will be the first one to hit him. Maybe Naruto. And then Rock Lee, it's first off the music that plays when Rock Lee like disappears. It's so fucking cool. But like the moment that he goes like he flips up in the air and kicks him, it's so like you're just like yes, like it's so cool. Like I just it's so great. And then the entire fight
it's like good guy versus bad guy too. It's like Gaara is obviously this super bad guy and he's very creepy, and then you have this character that you like instantly like after seeing him.
Yeah, and
it's like that also adds to the fight.
Rock Lee transforms. He's like fourth gate to play. Like it's so cool. Like and then like it just and then like just hitting Gaara all around the room and he's still lost though. But I think that is probably one of the best fights in anime. It's so and the animation's so good in that. But man, it's really cool.
Yeah. Also the part where he just drops his weights is like what, and then he's just like running all around. It's
I cannot believe I forgot to mention that. Yeah, it's like now I can move freely, and then it's like it's so great. Yeah, it's great. Another fight I liked was I guess I only have like a top 3. That's number 1 definitely. My number 2 was Naruto versus Sasuke the second time or whatever you want to call it. The one where they're fighting at that waterfall. That's again the animation's great. Like Naruto getting more like fox power and everything, like getting raised from the water and everything after Sasuke broke his neck and everything. Like it's really good. And then the giant like arm that comes out of the sea or whatever, the ocean, and just like grabs at Sasuke. It's so cool. And then also they both transform towards the end, like like Sasuke has like his hand wings and whatever, and but yeah, that's a good fight. And then my number 3 fight is probably Gaara versus the Bone guy. I forget what his name was, Kimimaru or something like that. I think that. Oh, I forgot about. Yeah, and also in that fight, kind of, you get Drunk Lee, and Drunk Lee's awesome. He's hilarious.
Yeah, that's funny.
Like it's so good. And he comes back too in the filler. Have you watched the filler seasons?
Yeah.
Drunk Lee comes back in filler seasons. It's great.
I think it's so funny too. He's like, "One moment, please. I must take my medicine at this precise time."
Yeah, it's so
like those parts makes me laugh.
Yeah, that's great. Any other fights that you liked in this series?
Not mentioning the ones you haven't mentioned. Maybe that fight between Sasuke and the Sound Ninja, where he ends up breaking the guy's arms.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, the first time he uses his curse mark. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, and it's just like I remember seeing the part. I was like, "Wow, they actually did that."
Yeah, I think. The first time I watched that, because I forget how old I was. I think I looked away because I was like, "Oh my god, is he gonna like?" Because like the visual of it, like he doesn't do like he just takes his arms out of his sockets, right? Like it's not like if you ripped his arms off, like that would be like holy shit. But like But the scene of just showing like their shadows and the red and everything, it's just like in the screen.
That was
and
almost
everything.
worse.
Yeah, it made it worse. It was great.
Also, Neji versus Naruto.
I just watched that.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot because I think maybe you don't remember the first time you watch it. Like, so a lot of these fights, I'm like, maybe not that great, but like you have to remember the first time you watch them was like, Naruto jumps out at the end and just defeats Neji. It's like that was, I don't know, that was really great. Also, like one I really liked is Shikamaru versus Tamara.
Tamari, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that fight. It's like I didn't expect that at all, and I was like, wow, like how crafty he is with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the scene in Neji versus Naruto that I liked was like when Neji looked inside Naruto and he filled up with the red chakra, and then it formed a fox and everything. It's like his chakra's alive. Like it's pretty good. I like that. Oh,
you also forgot to mention the curse mark guys.
What about them?
Just their fights.
Their fights. Yeah. I was considering them individually. Like Choji versus the fat guy was pretty good.
I like that fight actually.
Neji versus the spider guy was pretty good. I think that might have been the best. And then, yeah, I think that was the best.
I like Shikamaru. Versus, I like Shikamaru versus
Flute Lady.
Who was it? Yeah, I think that was pretty cool because he uses Shadow Strangle Jutsu and he like breaks his own finger to get out of the Genjutsu. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I like Shikamaru a lot actually. I like how smart he is. It's just like he is just using his powers in creative ways.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Let's see. Okay, so this is kind of like favorite scene. Some of my favorite scenes I've written down. You can comment on them. The first time that Naruto turns into the Nine Tails is great. I love it. And he just like how the screen goes black and white whenever he's like moving around and everything like that. Like it's pretty cool, and like how he just like takes out Haku and stuff like that. That's a really good scene to introduce you to his like fox powers. I think I already said Sasuke versus Naruto, but like the fox scene where Naruto gets the stuff taken, or he gets taken over, kind of. Yeah, I had it right here. Rock Lee drops weights. Yeah, it's good. It's a good scene. I'm trying to see if I have any other scenes. Oh, yeah. I already talked about that. Oh, the scene where Sasuke meets Itachi or sees Itachi again. That entire thing. Oh my gosh! Like Itachi just like it's so funny because Itachi's just like, go away, and Sasuke's like, ah! And he's just like, bam. He like bitch slaps him to the wall and stuff like that. It's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say?
Well, if you're going through notes, maybe we can talk about the filler episodes, just what you think about them, and
yeah.
Obviously the last, I think 3 seasons are filler seasons. Mainly
based on Naruto, it's the last 4, but yeah, on Netflix. I mean, yeah, it's the last 4. So should people just skip them, or I think most people skip them, but I actually like them because they do interesting stuff. Like I'm gonna get into it later because I have a bunch of filler stuff in my notes, but I think it's good. I mean, like it's better collectively than I would say like Dragon Ball Z filler, because like the only Dragon Ball Z filler I like is like the car driving and then the stuff at the end. That's about it. I don't really like any of the
Dragon Ball filler.
Well, I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z filler.
I like Dragon Ball Z filler. That's what I meant to.
But like the stuff like Frieza and going to like a fake Namek and stuff like that, like I don't like that stuff. Like it's kind of boring. But with this, the filler, like sometimes you have one-off episodes, which I thought were really good. And actually in the regular first 5 seasons, there was one filler arc where they helped it was the Maze Runner arc. I forget what it was. I just call it the Maze Runner arc. It's where they helped that guy win a race. That's filler. I thought that was good. Also, yeah, I'll get to that later. But yeah, I think the
you're gonna say the Star People.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one. I have some stuff on that. I love the village hidden.
I actually like that one a lot.
That's a really cool idea. I wish that was like canon. Like that's so freaking cool. And then yeah, I think the Naruto filler is pretty good. It keeps me interested the entire time, and yeah. And you get drunk.
Isn't that funny how the last 4 seasons are just filler?
Well, I think they did that because they were getting ready for Shippuden or whatever, or they were working on Shippuden at the same time. So it's just like, okay, let's just mix up some crap and stuff. Because it's funny, like, because like literally what happens is after Naruto loses to Sasuke, he's like, he goes with Jiraiya. He doesn't say like no. He says like, I'll go. Yeah, sure. And then it goes to Shippuden. But like in this one, he's just like, no, I'm gonna stay and train and try to find him, which I actually think makes more sense story wise. That he would, well, I don't know. I guess I would assume he want to train, but I also assume like he would want to stay to help find Sasuke, because like the first couple filler arcs are just like him being like, oh, Sasuke here, let's go over here, we might have something that helps us find him and stuff like that. So, and I actually kind of like that. And they were
Sasuke.
yeah, yeah. And what's really great in the filler seasons is they bring back old characters sometimes, which I think is great too. Which I'll get into also. But well, I kind of have it here. In the filler arc,
Might as well just get into it now.
Okay, well, it's right here on my favorite scene. But like the scene, okay, the filler arc where they go to the Sound Village, I like that one a lot. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, don't they get like poisoned or something?
I think there is a part maybe, but like they run into a girl and her brother is like got taken by Orochimaru or whatever, and they fight Kabuto, and Kabuto rips out his own heart and squeeze, because it's connected to Naruto, and he squeezes it. I think that was like a scene I was just like, ugh, But then it turned out not to be Kabuto; it was someone else. But like I thought that was really cool. That's a pretty cool scene. And then, real quick, is the first villain from Naruto comes back in the prison arc. I forget what his name is, but like the guy who told Naruto to steal the scroll, he comes back and he has a curse mark, which is kind of funny. It's like a skull on his arm, if you remember that. And he had those two big fat guys help him and everything like that. But yeah, I could probably get into... the more in the filler arcs if you have anything else to talk about. I think I already said like my favorite arc is the preliminary and the preliminary rounds of the Chunin exams. I like those a lot. The Hidden Star Village arc. What'd you think about that?
I don't remember as well as I should, but I do remember just liking the whole I was like, oh, actually I like this filler thing, because I don't like fillers. You're usually like, but I remember just watching it. I was like, oh, this is a really cool idea, and I like these characters, and they weren't annoying. What'd you think of them? You probably remember a little better than.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the concept of like they used the star to try to get chakra or whatever. I think like the star had like receding chakra or whatever, and I don't remember the villain being good, but I just like the concept of like a hidden village hidden in the stars. Like that's so freaking cool. Like, let's see. I already said I like the Sound Village arc. Oh, the I don't know if you remember it, the Artisans arc, which was Village Artisans. I think it's called the Village of Artisans, which is the village that makes weapons for all the nations. And do you remember?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's like there were 4 ninjas that took like a legendary weapon each. Here's what was really cool about that. It was a reverse of like the Rescue Sasuke arc, where the Sound Village it starts with a Sound Village, but then the Leave Village comes and each of them helps the Sound Village this time. That's what was really cool about that. I liked. So like Shikamaru came out and helped Tamari against like some kid with like a snake sword and whatever like that. I thought that was really cool. I don't remember much about it, but I remember liking it enough.
I like the one with the ocarina, actually, where he plays it and makes Naruto faster and stronger.
The ocarina.
The kid plays like the flute and goes.
Oh, is that the blonde guy, right?
I don't remember what he looks like. I just remember he played the thing and Naruto gets super fast and strong.
That's pretty stupid. I don't remember that at all. I probably have it written down somewhere. Hold on a second. I have the other arcs written down here. See, Zabuza arc, Forest of Death arc, Rasengan arc, Rescue Sasuke arc, Tsunade arc, Maze Runner arc, Mission to Sound Village arc, the Prison Break arc. Do you remember anything from that? Don't remember that? Okay. The Pikachu Beetle. Do you remember that arc? where they tried to get that beetle that would help find Sasuke or whatever. It's actually a pretty good filler because like Naruto and Hinata bond a little bit, which I think is pretty cool. I forget exactly. They're just trying to find a beetle, and Shino was there too. Shino was there too.
I remember that.
The bad guys weren't great, but I thought it's kind of funny. Let's see the Ruruga
The Prison
and
Break arc.
Ranmaru arc. Who's Ranmaru? I forget.
The Prison Break. The Prison Break arc was one with the Bone Guy, wasn't it?
The boat guy?
The Bone Guy.
No.
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
Wait, the Prison Break arc? No, the Prison Break arc was two fat guys and the first villain from Naruto trying to get the curse mark or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I got. Oh, another great arc I forgot to mention about is we get to meet another one of the seven ninja swords mist or seven ninja swordsmen of the mist. I forget what his name is. Raiga and Ranmaru. Do you remember that? The guy had the two swords and like it was like lightning. I thought that pretty cool. I thought he was pretty cool. How like he had to have a funeral every day because like he liked the emotion or something. I don't know. Cursed Mirror arc, which was Kurenai Sensei based. I think it was. I forget exactly what was going on with that arc. There was like a ghost chick or something. I forget. The Orochimaru Island arc, where they went to Orochimaru's Island with what's her face up there, the purple haired chick in the top right hand corner. They ran into those two guys, Okabuto's teammates again, and they killed them. And there was a doctor guy there who was kind of a bad guy. Hidden Star Village arc. Yeah. Oh, there was a Hidden Bomber arc, which like it was like an old guy bomber who had a bomb set up and all. Like it's weird. It was kind of like an episode of Criminal Minds where like they were all investigating. Like, dude, this guy set up bombs all throughout the village. You know, we gotta stop him. And it turned out it was a dud. I think because he just wanted to have fun or something like that. I forget, but. Anyway, and then Village of Artisans arc and everything like that. I'm probably missing that arc you said about the flute guy. I think he lost his memory, and then he went back to the village where he almost killed people, and then like he got his memory back, and he's like, "Oh, I shouldn't have done that," or something like that. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't remember a lot of the arcs, but I remember some of them. Some of them are pretty good, but it's definitely not bad. All right, so worst parts. Sakura, Zora's character. I mean, how can you defend Sakura? Like, how could you? She's a whiny bitch she's quite a hateful bitch too. There's a scene where Sasuke or Naruto's pretending to be Sasuke, and Sakura's like, "Oh yeah, fuck him. Like he's alone. He doesn't know anything about like." I'm just like, this girl's how can anyone like her? She's a fucking bitch. Like it's insane. Like, and then she has one cool scene where she fights that one Sound Village guy, and she gets like stabbed on purpose or whatever, and then like, oh no, it turns out she's not a clone, and comes up and stabs him. That's really the only thing. And then later you have like a Sakura versus Ino fight, which was like, it was too long. It was like a bunch of flashbacks. I mean, like, here's a flower. And
I was stupid.
And then she doesn't do anything in the filler seasons. She's just preparing to be a Tsunade clone like she is in Shippuden. So, you know, good for you. I'm trying to think of what else she doesn't do anything else. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Here's the thing. I forgot to talk about this real quick. You know what my favorite episode was? Was the what was under Kakashi's mask episode.
I was just thinking about that. Yeah,
is and it's so sad too because it's the last episode that Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura are all friends before like the whole thing happens. It's filler, but like it's kind of sad looking back on it. It's like, oh, they're like Sasuke's gonna want to kill Naruto after this and stuff like that. But I love that episode so much. It's so funny. Like.
It is. Really
it's fun seeing Sasuke be kind of goofy a little bit. I mean, not like extremely, but he's like, okay, I want to know what's under his mask too. Like, I like that. Like, that's pretty cool. Another episode is. Please tell me you remember the Shino laughing episode. Do you remember it? Oh man, Shino gets poisoned by like a laughing juice or whatever, and he starts laughing uncontrollably. It's so good. Like Shino's like, like it's just like it just happens randomly. It's so good. Uh, and then I like the Naruto versus Sasuke, like the whole all of the non-fighting they had, like the flashbacks. It's tear jerking. I'll admit it's pretty good. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, worst parts. Yeah, Sakura. I don't like her at all. One thing I will say is that there's a criticism with this series where it's like, oh well, every character is either a Naruto or a Sasuke. And what they mean by that, I think, is that, okay, if you're a Naruto, that means you were alone as a kid, everyone, like, disliked you, and I guess that's the thing with Naruto. And with Sasuke, it's like, oh, your entire family was killed, but you're, like, a skilled fighter. I don't know. I don't get, like, I don't see it, really. Like, I kind of see it. It's like, oh, Gaara's kind of like Naruto. Oh, it turns out Gaara's like Naruto.
Well, Rock Lee's like Naruto, too.
Yeah, Rock Lee's kind of like Naruto too. I kind of get it.
But that's
like,
about
the
it.
characters are so good though that I don't care even if it is a little bit like that.
Sometimes it does get lost in the backstory. Like sometimes it doesn't need as much backstory as it does.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Yeah, a few other things I didn't like was why did Jiraiya? Okay, remember when Jiraiya and Kakashi agreed to talk to Naruto and Sasuke after they fought? It's like, we better talk to these guys because they're gonna end up killing each other or whatever. And Jiraiya literally just lets Naruto walk past. He doesn't even try to talk to him. He's too fucking lazy. He's just sitting there, and then Naruto walks past him. He's like, he couldn't try to tell him, like, look, Naruto, like, you gotta chill out, all right? Like, or I don't know. Maybe Kakashi could have done a better job of convincing Sasuke, being like, maybe he could have told him, like, look, Naruto, he has a demon inside him that makes him stronger, okay? So you're still fit, like, you're still the best without any perks, Sasuke, or something like that. I don't know. It's whatever, but... And then, in the filler episodes, there was a top 5 ninja battles episode that was hosted by Sakura and Naruto, right? And they go through the top 5 battles of Naruto, right? Rock Lee versus Gaara is not even in it. It's not even in it. I'm like, what? And you know what's funny about that episode is that Orochimaru phones in. Like, literally, he phones in. And then, like, Sasuke's in the background. It's so good. It's kind of funny. And then finally...
I think I skipped that one.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, I think. It's just, like, yeah. I think that's pretty much everything I had for worst parts. The only thing I'd have as an improvement was... Okay, during the Naruto or rescuing Sasuke arc, how, like, each, like, Choji had to fight this guy, Kiba had to fight this guy. I kind of wish those characters died. Because I feel like that would make more, like, be more impactful. Because, like, with Choji, the last scene you see of him, it's sad, and you're like, oh shit, man, he's dead, that sucks. But then it turns out he's alive. Same thing with Neji, same thing with Kiba. It's kind of like, and it would have been more impactful for Shikamaru afterwards, like, him crying and stuff, because it's like, oh my gosh, like, literally all my friends, I led them in a mission, and they all died. But, like, that would have, like, I don't know, what'd you think about that? I kind of would have liked them to have died, but, you know.
I'm glad they're not dead.
Okay. I just thought it would have been better story-wise if they were dead. I feel like I'm taking over this entire review.
Maybe just one of them.
Who would you pick?
I don't know. Who would I pick?
Yeah.
Neji. He's kind of a boring character. We have Hinata.
Yeah, I guess.
But I don't
know. Okay, so... Theory. I do have one theory, and it's weird because the last theory I had was about someone's sexuality, and this one is too. Orochimaru's totally gay, right? Like, can we get that out of the way? He's totally gay. Every time he thinks about Sasuke, he's like with his tongue and everything like that, and...
I think he's like the professor from Lelouch of the Rebellion. Like
where he's a sociopath or whatever. I guess.
He's like the Earl of Pudding.
But like but twice he cosplayed as women. Like that's so weird, right? Like he played that one grass ninja lady, and then he played he ripped his face off, and it was that other lady. It's just wait, hold on. Does Orochimaru have a vagina? Does he have vagina? Because he ripped off his face.
Find out Shippuden.
Yeah, Yeah, he ripped off his face against the third Okage, and it was a woman underneath. So it's like, does he have a vagina? I don't know. I don't know how that whole face transfer thing works. Because you see it for a little bit. It's like his spirit goes into that body, and then like the body changes around it or whatever. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, that was my theories that Orochimaru's gay. All right, replay value. High for Naruto. I will rewatch it again, but obviously I'm going to watch Shippuden, so that might take up a lot of my time trying to rewatch Naruto, but yeah.
Yep, I'd say pretty high too. It's definitely rewatchable.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, so rating and final thoughts. Garrett, or I'll go first. I give it an A+. I think it's a perfect, I mean, it's my favorite anime of all time. I feel like I have to give it an A+. I think I just...
It's S tier.
It's total, yeah, well, maybe we can add an S. I don't know if, I mean, the grade system's more like school-based, but maybe we can do an S thing. I don't know, but...
Well, that's what they always do in like Sonic and stuff. You get like a score A through E, but if you perfected it, you got an S.
A through E? Is E an actual grade people get in school? I wonder.
Yeah, A, B, C, D, E.
I thought it was A, B, C, D, F. Like, you get an E, like, you get an E minus. Like, that sounds so weird to me. I've never seen that in any, like, school TV show or anything like that, someone getting an E. Like, an F makes sense. An A, B, C, D. Never seen an E before. Like, on a report card, it's like D. Oh, I got a D in history, I got an E in math, I got an A in economics, and I got another D in gymnastics. Dead. Anyway.
Something like that.
Weird tangent. Anyway, yeah, just A+ for me. We're talking about the school grading systems. Yeah, anyway, yeah, A+ for me.
I give it an A+ too. I think the first time you watch it, you're just like, oh, I can't stop watching this. It's just everything, all these characters are cool. And I can't wait to see how you see Shippuden.
Yeah,
hopefully you see Shippuden. Hopefully you see Shippuden in the same light, and you're like, oh wow, everything. I think Shippuden has a lot more cool parts, and you're gonna be like, wow, this is really cool. But
yeah, yeah, I remember going back to what you said about like the Naruto thing, like oh, you can't stop watching. I remember there was a Naruto marathon one day back when I was like, I forget, like 9 or 10, and I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait to watch this. And then it turns out that my parents had to help my brother go to Indiana for college, and I had to go along. I'm like, no, I want to watch this, and I had to go along. It was total bullshit. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, those are our thoughts on Naruto. I felt like Garrett, I took over most of the conversation, so maybe next time you could try to. I will say though, our Code Geass review, I've rewatched it, and I'm gonna like re-listen to it on Spotify, but like. I think that's probably our best review we've done because like it was 50-50 us talking. This one wasn't. It was like 90% me, 10% you. I thought you loved Naruto.
I guess I'm sorry. I do love Naruto, but I think you do remember it better than I did. I haven't really watched the filler episodes like you have. I just kind of remember the main storyline, and I have rewatched the main storyline. I never rewatched any of the fillers, so I definitely did go quiet on the filler. But thank you for helping.
Anyway. Also, what's really great is that in 3 weeks, we're going to do 3 anime series. That's really cool, because we did Code Geass last week, we did Naruto this week, we're going to do Paranoia Agent next week. By the way, what have you been thinking about Paranoia Agent so far?
I like it. I'm on the episode where, well, I won't...
Spoilers for Paranoia Agent for a second.
I'm on the episode where they catch, the little,
Little Slugger.
Yeah, Little Slugger, and it's like the one where they go. I don't like that one as much so far, but I'm right in the middle of that one.
Yeah, it gets insane.
That'll be next Monday.
It gets insane.
Keep watching.
Hell, we should just... Nah, I don't want to... Yeah, I'll probably forget it by then. Anyway, so those are our thoughts on Naruto. Be sure to tell us what you thought about Naruto. Please be sure to leave a like on the video if you're watching on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel for content like this. Go down to the link in the description. You can find links to everything. If you're listening to this on, like, any podcast platform, thank you so much for listening. Leave a review, share, like, do all that stuff. I swear, we must be getting subscribers because of the podcast. I mean, because we're getting one like every day. Like, we're at 94 now. Like, when we were recording Code Geass, I think we had like 86. It's insane. Like, I don't know. They have to be coming from here. I've made like a intro music for the for the audio podcast. I've also done like outro music too to make it sound better so that I can draw more people here. On the YouTube side of things, it's not being shown in the views for some reason. Like we have like 1 or 2 people other than me watching them. But I mean, we're getting more subscribers. Maybe they're coming from my MMVs. I don't know, because I mean, those have like thousands and tens of thousands of views. So I mean, maybe they're coming from that. I don't know, but maybe I'll tell you what. Once we hit 100 subscribers, I'm gonna make new aesthetic for everything. So like a new channel art, banner, and probably better thumbnails. Maybe I like the thumbnails how they are right now, but like I think it'd be
Maybe
better
another
if we
sword art character.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I just put that up because I couldn't come up with a logo. I was just like, what's a logo for Casual Anime Guys? Oh, I'll just put Kirito with sunglasses and a blunt in his mouth. I don't know. It's like, but, what was it? What was I going to say? What was I saying before that? I forget.
Something about 100 new
100 subscribers. Once we hit 100 subscribers, I'd like to get, like, I feel like our thumbnails will draw more people in if it showed our reactions to the anime. Like for this, we would both be like, or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, like something like that. But I don't know how to do that without it looking shitty. But I don't know. We'll figure it out down the line. But anyway, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do all the things I said. This has been Casual Anime Discussion. My name's Trent.
And G-Man 20.
Remember, oh wait,
Orange
Boy? Oh, I thought that's what we were doing.
Yeah. Orange Boy?
Oh.
Hands on my feet.